Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. So today we will be talking about 10 picks for the fellas for the springtime. I know most guys are like, springtime, summertime, I don't care. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear when I feel like wearing it. I'm kind of like that too, but I just kind of wanted to throw you guys, 10 bones, 5 designer and 5 niche. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please keep watching. So before we get started with the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name. Myself. My name is Roxanne, and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. If you've been here before and you decided to come back, big up your whole self. Okay, so as always, before we get started, we want to talk about the Lippy. So today my lip combo, I lined my lip with Plum from MAC, and it's like I don't know if it's really plum. I'm not sure if the name is appropriate, but it's like a brownish, kind of reddish color. I guess that makes it plum. I don't know, but it's Plum from MAC. And then on the inside, I have this beautiful nude, and this one is from Artist Couture. You could find it at Sephora, and this one is called Power Play. So it's just, I think it's a perfect nude for the skin tone. Of course, if you're darker, lighter, it's gonna show up differently, but of course, you line your lips with something to tone it down or brighten it. But yeah, this is Power Play from Artist Couture. That's the packaging. And of course, let's not forget my scent of today. So my scent of the day is from Penhaligon, and they're in their portrait collection, and this one is called Changing Constants. And yes, she's engraved. You can't see it because of the juice. The juice is super dark. Of course, it says Foxy Roxy. Oh yeah, and this is a gorgeous fragrance. I'm just putting a little bit more just because I'm extra, but yeah. Now the bottles, I'm not just sure about the bottles, okay? The caps, I'm not sure about the caps in this collection. However, the fragrance, the juice is amazing. So it opens with cardamom and pimento. In the middle there's caramel and salt, and in the base there's vanilla, cashmere, and tobacco. So on me, it's like a sweet, sexy fragrance. It's not overly sweet. I think the tobacco grounds it somewhat so that it's not like cloyingly sweet. It's in the same vein of Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. Also Parfum de Marley's Oriana. But this one, just the tobacco in here makes it feel a little bit more sexy, smoky, just good, really good. It gives me about 7 hours on the skin. So yeah, it's a great performer. It doesn't like project. It's not like a crazy projector. I would say the projection is moderate. And of course the longevity is good. So again, my scent of the day is Penhaligon's Changing Constants. Okay, so let's get into the reason you're here, the fragrances dim. So first fragrance I have here. So wait, I think I told you that I have 5 designer and I have 5 niche. The first one that I have here is a designer pick, and I'm just gonna do the 5 designers, and then I'll follow with the 5 niche picks. Okay, so the first one up is Choo Man, and of course this is from Jimmy Choo. I like the bottle. It's just really classic. It's pretty. It it's manly. It also has my fingerprints on it. So Choo Man, I promise not to waste his things, so I'm gonna just smell from the nostril if I can help it. So yeah, this one, it opens with pineapple leaf, suede, lavender, and melon. And then in the base, there's pink pepper and patchouli. sexy, fruity. I find it a little bit intoxicating. Yeah, it's just one of those fragrances that's appropriate for this time of year. I think that because it's not too heavy, it's good for the springtime. The pineapple leaf and the melon and the opening gives it like a really happy opening, a nice burst of happiness in the opening. And then the patchouli, of course, it grounds it. It keeps it like Superman, super masculine. And also that lavender gives it like that aromatic kind of vibe. So yeah, one of my picks for springtime for the fellas then is Jimmy Choo Man. All right, so next up on the designer list, I have this one from YSL. How do I say it? Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent. Brush up on the French, girl. So it's YSL's La Nuit de Homme, the Eau de Parfum. I love the bottle. I love the design of the bottle, the juice, the way it has like this ombre effect. But I love the juice even more. Oh yeah. It's so like manly and sexy. So it opens with cardamom and grapefruit. In the middle there's leather, lavender, and some sage. And in the base there's tonka bean, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. So when he wears this, again, I said this for the first one, this is also very intoxicating. I think the lavender mixed with the notes in the base of the fragrance, the patchouli and the vetiver, those are like really earthy. So, you know, it depends on the skin. Some fellas don't like vetiver at all because they find it too earthy. But like this one, this fragrance here, in the dry down, you don't smell anything earthy or like dirty like the patchouli, but what you smell is just pure, sexy masculinity. I can see like a man wearing this to brunch, you know. I don't know if most fellas brunch, but some fellas brunch, but they'll be taking their lady to brunch or just, I don't know. But anyways, it's brunchalicious. that's what I can say about this fragrance. Like basically all of them are, I think, when I think about it. Yeah, it's appropriate. But yeah, this one, get your nose on it if you haven't. So there are many different forms of this this fragrance, but this is the EDP, this is the Eau de Parfum, and it's just absolutely sexy, and I find this appropriate for the springtime. Okay, so next up on the designer list for spring is this one right here, and this is called Coach Bleu for Men. I love the bottle. The bottles are really doing something today, right? So, and I promise I didn't pick these because of the bottle. I actually do love the fragrance. So it's, again, it's like a light ombre. The juice, the bottle is like an ombre effect, making the juice look ombre. But yeah, it's Coach Bleu for Men. It's so pretty. So it opens with lime, so that gives it like a really bright, fresh opening. So it opens with lime. There's ozonic notes and black pepper in the middle, and in the base there's cedar and amber. So again, the opening is bright. And the opening is bright, it's refreshing, hence I think it's, you know, really nice for the springtime. Probably also summer too. And then in the base, the woody notes, the cedar and the amber down there, it just really just grounds the fragrance. Again, making it super manly, super sexy. This one is not super long lasting. I know I said super 3 times, but it's not a fragrance that lasts a very long time on the skin. It probably gives you about 4 hours, but you know, it's the nature of the fragrance. It's fresh, it's airy, it's bright. So yeah, that is Coach Bleu for Men, and it definitely comes highly recommended for the springtime. Okay, next up I have here another classic, or I don't know if I talked about classics, but this one is a classic, and this one is called Mont Blanc Legend. Now, the bottle is dark, deep, sexy, mysterious, and so is the fragrance actually, but in a refreshing way, if that makes any sense. So it opens with lavender, there's pineapple, bergamot, and lemon. So right away, it's a fruity, bright opening. In the middle, there's red apple, dried fruits. There's some floral, some geranium and rose. And in the base, there's tonka bean and cedar. No, sandalwood. So yeah, this is like really, it's definitely a fragrance that I believe every man should have in their fragrance wardrobe. It's classic. It's almost like a Dior Sauvage. You know, even if you don't wear it every day, you should have it because it's sexy and it's classic. Same thing for Mont Blanc Signature or Mont Blanc Legend. Sorry, Signature is for women. Slow down, Roxanne. Slow down. Yeah, so this I feel like it's a really nice everyday fragrance in the springtime. You could wear it to work. You could wear it wherever you want because it's refreshing. It's sexy. It's sweet. The tonka bean in the base gives it a little bit of sweetness. And it's just like, you know, when he wears this, I just want to like, you know, be in his neck like all day long. But, you know, you can't do that. But anyways, Mont Blanc Legend. Definitely a great fragrance that needs to be in every man's wardrobe for the springtime. All right, so my last designer pick is from Burberry, and this is Burberry Hero. I also like the bottle. Yeah, this one is fresh, super woody. So it opens with bergamot. That's what gives it the freshness in the opening. In the middle, there's some black pepper, which throws a little bit of spice in there. And in the base, there's like, I think 3 different types of cedar. So the wood grounds it and it makes it sexy. Keep in mind, if it's not sexy, it's not making any list, any men's list. If it's not sexy, it's not going down. Anyways, Burberry Hero. It's a fragrance that because of the wood in the base, it makes it last a bit longer than a few of the ones that I spoke about already. So Burberry Hero, I do believe, is a wonderful pick for the springtime. Get your nose on it if you haven't already. You could find it anywhere. Ladies, definitely get this for your man. People don't talk about this too much, but I really, really do enjoy this on him. Again, Burberry Hero. Okay, so let's get started with the niche picks. The niche picks, the expensive, the big bad budget picks. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I have 5 niche picks here. So let's start with the first one, and this one is from the house of this is from Maison Francis Kirk Deschamps. And this is called 724. So I've spoken about this fragrance prior. And to me, because of the freshness, it's like a really good, everyday, minding your own business. You can do whatever with this. You could work out, you could go to work, you could hang out with the fellas, whatever it is, 724 will do the trick. Yeah, it's one of the newest releases from Maison Francis Kirk Deschamps, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I wear it also, he wears it more, but yeah, it's a really great everyday fragrance. We're gonna pop the notes up because I don't have the notes right now, but yeah, this one is a really, really good one. Yep, MFK's 724. Okay, next up is another fragrance from MFK, and this one is A La Rose for men. Perhum. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is another banging fragrance from this house. So it opens with May Rose, Damask Rose, Grapefruit, Amberwood, and then there's Sage and Spanish Labdanum in the base. So 2 different types of rose, but it doesn't smell feminine at all. So the rose here, and I can't say that I truly pick up on like a heavy dose of rose, but you can tell that the rose is in there. This is super, super mass appealing. People love this on him. I love this on him. Great compliment getter. The florals, again, because it's a man's fragrance. And actually, you know, it's geared towards men, but a lot of women wear it. I actually like it better than the woman version of Mfk La Rose. Just so you know, this actually lasts longer on the skin, and I think it's because of that amberwood in this fragrance. Yeah, so it's the sexiness, and I feel like, you know, with the compliments, etc. It's because it's so unexpected. It's a heavy dose of rose, and it's a fragrance that's marketed towards men. Very sexy, very, very spring appropriate, especially because of the florals. But yeah, like I said, MFK's A La Rose Homme is definitely a banger. If you haven't gotten your nose on it, please do so. Next up is a fragrance from another one of my favorite niche houses, and this is High Frequency from Initio. Sexy. Again, not sexy, doesn't make the list. But this one right here, whoo, you kind of shudder when you smell it. So, according to the notes on Fragrantica, there's only 3. Do I believe that? I'm not sure. But there's Hidione, which is a white floral. There's Almond, and there's Magnolia. I get the Almond. I'm not sure I pick up the Magnolia. My nose doesn't pick up the Magnolia, but I do know that there is this sweet, sexy, fresh floral vibe with this fragrance. The florals, you know, just from reading it, yes, it's a white floral, but I can't really tell. So it's not like indolic or anything like that. So it's just like a really, I don't know, it's just sexy, sexy, sexy. It's unisex, of course. I haven't worn High Frequency, but he wears it, and I can tell you it is delectable on him. Absolutely delicious. So get your nose on it, fellas. Again, sweet, unexpected, not cloying, and you won't smell like a girl because of the florals. But yeah, get your nose on this. High Frequency from the house of Initio Parfums. Absolutely sexy, stunning for the springtime. Next up, I have one of my favorites for this time of year, and it is Hachibat from Nishane. Just give it a moment. I have to take a deep breath because it's one of those fragrances that does that to me. So Hachibat from Nishane. Whew, this thing. So it opens with pineapple, grapefruit, and bergamot. In the middle there's cedar, patchouli, jasmine, and in the base there's oak moss and some woody notes. So the pineapple in the opening, it kind of gives me, you know, a little bit of Creed Ventus for him vibe, but then it goes a whole different direction. Whatever Nishane did, it just took it in a whole different direction. This right here, it is citrus, so the opening is bright. It's super bright, makes you happy with the pineapple and the grapefruit, etc. And then that fragrance changes and just becomes like, the woody notes make it just so, I can't find the word. The word I'm not looking for is sexy, but it is sexy. So it's fresh, it's grounded by the woods. So that brings in all that sexiness, because I do believe that woodiness equals sexiness in a fragrance. So yeah, Hachibat from Nishane is one of my favorites on him. He wore this for my birthday dinner, and I just absolutely enjoyed smelling every minute of it. Now, yeah, if you guys could hear that, it's thunder. It's thunder. I'm in Tampa, and it's thundering. But anyways, maybe the gods are saying, Nishane, let's do it. Definitely a banging must-have in your fragrance wardrobe to pull out in the springtime. Again, this is Hachibat from the house of Nishane. Okay, last but not least, definitely and certainly not least is this one from the House of Xerjoff, and this one is called Naxos. It's a popular fragrance. It's a popular fragrance for a reason, but it doesn't smell good on everybody. Y'all know that fragrance is definitely subjective. Naxos, no words. No words. I have no words for this one. So, okay, it opens with lavender and bergamot. In the middle, there's honey, cinnamon, jasmine, sambac. And in the base, there's tobacco leaf, tonka bean, and vanilla. Take in the notes for a moment, just for a little moment. This is so... To me, this fragrance is unique. It's super unique. I can't think of another fragrance that reminds me of Xerjoff's Naxos. I really can't. The lavender in the opening mixed with the, the fruits, just absolutely stunning, to say the least. Then the honey in the middle, along with the vanilla and the tonka bean, that brings in the sweetness, but then the jasmine in the middle kind of balances it all out. Like, so you have citrus, florals, and just pure sweetness. I don't know how else to explain the fragrance. Of course, it's sexy as ever. It's different. It's not like any other fragrance that he has in his collection. Not like any other fragrance that I can actually think of to say, well, it smells like this. Can't come up with anything. If you guys know something that Naxos reminds you of, let me know. But yeah, this is my final pick for the springtime. Definitely a must-have. Now, this is one of the fragrances that it's really, really hard to get your nose on. So I think Neiman Marcus is the retailer in my area, and like also in Texas and other states, that carries this fragrance, but it's hardly ever in stock, and sometimes the tester is empty. So go to your local Neiman Marcus and see if they have Naxos so you can get a sniff of it. Make sure you spray it on your skin though, because it smells totally different on skin than it smells on paper. Once again, my last spring recommendation for men, and this is Naxos from Xerjoff. Okay, well, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Wow. Not the thunder. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. Once again, I really, really thank you for joining me. Fellas, again, this one's for you. Make sure you check out the fragrances that I recommended. Let me know what you think. And again, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.